Once upon a time, in a world that seems to have forgotten the beauty of love letters and candlelit conversations, there were still those who dared to dream of timeless romance. The dangers of a man who can no longer pair bond. Dear hopeless romantic, love is not just a fleeting emotion, it's the cornerstone of human connection. Yet, not all hearts can hold the weight of love. For some, heartbreak hardens their soul, leaving them unable to truly bond again. This is the story of what happens when a man loses his ability to pair bond. What does it mean when a man can no longer pair bond? Pair bonding is the emotional glue that binds two people together. It's not just about attraction, it's about trust, vulnerability, and connection. A man who has lost this ability cannot fully open his heart. He becomes guarded, detached, and incapable of offering the deep love a woman desires. Research. Studies show that men who have experienced heartbreak or repeated short term relationships often exhibit diminished oxytocin release, impairing his ability to form emotional connection. Promiscuity and detachment increase the risk of emotional numbness, making long term relationships difficult for him. His heart, once a fertile garden, is now burdened soil. Promises fade like whispers in the wind, and love is but a distant memory he can no longer reach. How heartbreak changes a man. For many men, their first heartbreak changes them forever. They give their heart fully, only to have it broken. Instead of healing, they retreat into a shell, vowing never to love again. This decision becomes their prison. Research. Studies indicate that unresolved heartbreak in men can lead to a defense mechanism of emotional avoidance, often resulting in a cycle of shallow relationships. He builds walls where bridges once stood, fearing the vulnerability of love. His heart, once open and tender, now shields itself behind a fortress of pain. The promiscuous man who cannot pair bond. Heartbreak often leads to promiscuity as a way to numb the pain, but with each meaningless encounter, his ability to connect diminishes further. He becomes a man incapable of true love, leaving a trail of broken hearts in his wake. Research. Promiscuity rewires the brain, making oxytocin release less effective in forming emotional bonds. He seeks comfort in the arms of many, but finds solace in none. The love he craves cannot be found because he's forgotten how to give it. The danger to women who can pair bond. A man who cannot pair bond is a danger to a woman who still believes in love. She gives him her all, hoping to awaken his heart, but her efforts will be in vain. He cannot love her the way she deserves. Research. Women in relationships with emotionally unavailable men report higher rates of anxiety, insecurity, and self-doubt. Her light is dimmed by his darkness, her hope eroded by his apathy. She deserves a man who will cherish her heart, not shatter it. Why we must avoid these men. A man who cannot pair bond is not just emotionally unavailable, He is incapable of love and connection you deserve. Avoid him. Avoid him. Please, my love, avoid him. For your own heart's safety. Instead, seek a man who values love, who deeply desires love, who says, I need a woman. I don't want to be alone. I need love. Seek a man who values commitment and the beauty of emotional intimacy. Do not dim your light for a man who cannot see it. Find the one who will hold it close, cherish it, and let it guide him home. Hope for love. Your dreams are not foolish. You're not over romanticizing anything. True love exists, and your dreams will come true. Love that heals, uplifts, and transforms is worth waiting for. And remember, you are not asking for too much. You're asking for the right kind of love. For the woman who dares to love a man like this, heartbreak is inevitable. His cold detachment tells her, you will never be enough. But the truth is, it was never about you. It was the battle within him that he could never win. You don't have to earn love. You don't have to prove yourself worthy of true and everlasting love. You don't have to suffer for it. And you don't have to wait around for a man who doesn't want to give it. If he had a heart like Jesus, it would not be a second thought for him, but to give it. A message of hope. Not all men lose their ability to love. Not all men have lost their ability to pair bond and to emotionally connect. There are those who still believe in romance, who value pair bonding and the magic of true connection. Hold out for him. He is worth the wait. Hopeless Romantics. It is me, Miss Darling Everhart. I want you to subscribe to my channel and click the join bell or the notification bell. I have a really great topic for our next video. We are going to be talking about this idea that you can marry a man today and hope that love will grow later on. Okay? This is often sold as a safe choice, but for us, the hopeless romantic, it is a trap. A marriage for us without an initial spark of love is like planting seeds in barren soil. Nothing grows, and the emptiness becomes unbearable. So we're going to dive into this topic in our next episode here on the channel, in our space. And I want you to join me. I have some great research from psychology and a lot of other different sources to help us to dissect this idea and how it may work for some, but it often does not work for us. All right, so go ahead and subscribe, click that join bell, and I will see you in the next episode.